Hi folks, how you doing? It's James, JT at the movies, and I'm back for day 21's vlog, a film that made me want to fall in love as part of my 30-day movie challenge. Now hopefully, third time's the charm, because I've been trying to film this vlog for about 10 minutes now and either keep tripping up over myself or having technical difficulties or you name it, it's happened in the last 10 minutes. So hopefully we'll get through this in one piece. So as I say, the film is one that made me want to fall in love, and I've gone for one that's possibly not a conventional pick for this sort of category, with 2012's Pitch Perfect. And for me, this film always reminds me of the first time I ever watched it, which was a period in my life where I like to say I was painfully single, and sort of wanting a loving relationship was something that really really wanted. And when I remember when I watched this film for the first time and I saw the Anna Kendrick character in this sort of start, the journey to having a relationship with the male lead in this, I forget the guy's name, and the character journey and the growth that she goes on, and by the time they sort of get together in the end, I was like, oh, I want that. And so when I was reading through the categories at the start of the month, thinking, right, what am I going to watch for the different things? That was one of the ones that jumped out at me straight away, because I remembered that memory and I remembered that thought, and absolutely knew I was going to be watching this one. It's, for anybody who hasn't seen it, it's the story of Anna Kendrick's character, Becca, who's going away to college. She wants to become a DJ and a music producer. She'd rather move to LA, but her dad, who's a college professor, has said, give college a go first. If it works, then you get your education out of it. If it doesn't work, then I'll pay for you to move to LA and follow your dreams, sort of thing. And then when she's there, she ends up getting roped into joining the Barden Bellas. They're an a cappella singing group. And it's really the journey of her sort of learning to be part of this band and sort of go on their journey, battling through singing competitions with them. And she also forms a friendship with, I think the character's name is Jesse. I've just watched the thing and it's just in one ear and out the other, but he's one of the male leads of the male a cappella group in this, and like I say, they form this friendship that ultimately becomes a romance, and it's the typical sort of rom-com fare in the middle where they sort of have a bit of an argument and sort of quote-unquote break up before they make up at the end, and it's all just sort of your usual, sweet and sort of, how do I describe it? Just that typical, like I say, sort of rom-com fare, really. But that's bulked out by lots of singing, lots of vocal harmonies, and things that I really enjoy as well. I have a great time with this, and I just think it's just so much fun. And for me as well, it evokes a similar sort of vibe and energy to a lot of those great coming-of-age movies from the 1980s that I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s watching in my youth, and I'm sure a lot of the folks on here will have either grown up with them in the 80s or like me, sort of grown up with them since. And this film, a bit like Easy A, sort of does a really good job, in my opinion, of sort of capturing that sort of spark, in a modern way, but it sort of feels like it's cut from the same cloth, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the film that made me want to fall in love. And like I said, there's so many great romances that I could have picked, and great rom-coms, and you could have talked about things like Dirty Dancing, or Pretty Woman, or Ghost, or insert any number of, like I say, sort of classic romances and things like that. But this was the one that jumped out at me, and I had a great time revisiting it. Laura watched it with me for the first time as well. You quite enjoyed it, didn't you, Laura?
Yeah, it was pretty good actually, yeah.
Absolutely. And yeah, it was just really great fun, had a lot of fun with it. So you'd have to let me know, folks, down below in the comments, what did you think of Pitch Perfect if you've seen it? If you were doing the challenge, or if you are doing the challenge, what film would make you want to fall in love? I'd be curious to know in the comments down below. And drop the video a thumbs up as well if you've enjoyed it. And if you're coming across me in the channel for the first time, hi, nice to meet you. Please think about subscribing. It'd mean the world to me to keep you around a bit longer, and of course it'd help my channel to grow as well. Now take care, folks. I will be having to take another day off tomorrow because I'm working, and then I'm straight from work to the cinemas to see Oppenheimer, which unfortunately doesn't fit the category for tomorrow, which is a film set in a fantasy world. So again, on Sunday evening after work, I'm going to do a double bubble, so I'll give you 2 vlogs there and then. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.